One thing that I always hear, especially women speak of, is is a problem when they have a good heart, pure intention. I hear a lot of women speak or say, I have a good heart and I have good intentions, but the people with a good heart get hurt the most. And I hear this so often. And it's not that it's true or false. It's just that a good heart requires good boundaries. A good heart requires, and it must be followed with discipline. A good heart must be followed with self respect. It's not just having a good heart where you allow people to come and go as they please, to disrespect you as they please. And just because you forgive them, somebody said, my problem is I forgive too easily. No, you don't forgive too easily. You forgive perfectly. It's just that you don't have the boundaries to leave them outside. You want to bring them back inside. One of the best things to do is when you forgive people, forgive them silently, forgive them quietly, because it's not their business. See, forgiveness is your business. It's between you and God, it's between you and freeing that energy. If I'm freeing that energy of suffering and pain, it's not your business, it's mine. But we want to broadcast, I forgive you, so that we can be validated or we can feel good to them or we can show that we're the bigger people, we're the bigger person. See, having a good heart comes with responsibility. It means that you must protect yourself. Having a good heart don't mean that you are stupid or you should be abused by people. It doesn't mean that. Having a good heart doesn't mean that you allow people to walk all over you continuously, consistently, and anybody that who you like. That's not having a good heart. That's being foolish. See, just because you have good intentions, don't expect people to be you. If you're gonna have good intentions and a pure heart, allow that to be you, but don't expect it from anyone else. What you must have, again, is discipline. Many of us are not disciplined. See, for the ones who have good hearts, you feel so much, and the feelings get to you. Well, because I feel this way about you, I must allow you to do as you please with me, and I'll deal with the hurt and the pain because I really like you. I really want to be with you. It's just that we lack discipline. I'm telling you, discipline must accompany a good heart. And don't get me wrong, there's no such thing as a good heart or a bad heart. But for lack of better terms, what people say, I have a good heart and we get hurt the most. If you create boundaries and discipline, you won't get hurt. The other thing about having a good heart is because you allow your expectations to run wild. When you expect something, you expect it to be the way how it is or how you think that it should be. And then when you realize that it's not, you suffer. Having a good heart. There's no such thing as having a good heart or a bad heart. It's just that you think that you have no bad intentions. Of course, you want to love somebody, then love them. You want to love him or her? Love them. But allow them to be them. See, when you have a good heart, people are going to show you who they are. And all you have to do is one thing is to observe and understand. I mean, that's two things. That's their choice. People will reveal to you what and who they are. People will show you their assets. And all you have to do is pay attention. Having a good heart don't really makes a big difference in that case. Just see what they are showing you. And people will show you now. See, energy never lies. Energy never lies. That's the best thing about energy. It never lies. As we call it, energy is honest. People lie, but energy is honest. People will show you by what they consistently do, what they show you consistently over and over and over again. That's a part of people makeup. And when people begin to show you who they are, all you have to do is don't take it personal. That's what they do. That's what they are. That's the whole makeup. Having a good heart, don't say, well, I see what you are doing, but I can fix you. That's having a silly mindset. Having a good heart is not, taking people back so that they can do the same crap to you again. Having a good heart creates in you peace. It creates in you protection. It creates in you boundaries. It creates love within you and happiness and joy. That's what it does. It's not for him or her. It's for you. Having a good heart is for you. They have their own heart. And how they use their heart is for them. And I think sometimes that's why you can't take them personal. Their heart deceives them, so they do whatever they want to do. It's not even about you. You taking it personal. I have a good heart, so I'm always hurt. Why are you always hurt if you have a good heart? If you have a good heart, allow your heart to heal. Stop expectations, create boundaries, and create self-respect. A lot of times, a lot of us lack self-respect. So we allow people to do whatever it is to us. See, we have a good heart, but we have a bad vision of ourselves. We have a bad self-image, the way how we see ourselves, based on the way how we were raised. See, many of us have a good heart because we seek that validation. So we want to please people. In any way that they want to be pleased, we please them. And we give and we try just to be recognized. We don't notice sometimes, just to be validated, just to be desired. So we say, I have a good heart. I'm trying to give you everything. Number one, everything that you have is for you. And when you have an abundance, it spews out. So it's not like you give them anything, you give them all, and you have nothing left. Stop that. Then you haven't given anything. You have been attached to them. Naturally, if you carry so much love on the inside, love flows out on the outside naturally. It's overflowing. That love is what they experience, but you still have the love on the inside. That's the thing. Many of you with good hearts, your heart is outside of you. It's attached to someone else. So therefore, it's dependent how you feel, and your hurt and your healing is dependent on how the person reacts, how they treat you, what they say, what they do, because it's outside. You don't have a good heart. They have your good heart. Having a good heart says, I will fulfill my safety, my protection, my happiness, my joy, my pleasure, my love. That's fulfilled within me. And since that's so abundant within me, everyone outside of me experiences it. You can experience my love, but I don't have to stop loving me to love you. I don't have to stop being at peace on the inside to bring peace on the outside. I don't have to treat myself bad or lower my standards or lower my self-worth to please yours, to meet yours. And I think that's what we are doing and expect them to honor it. See, that's what having a good heart means these days. Having a good heart protects you. If you are not protected, I don't know what you are using. Because the first order of love is to protect. See, when you love your child, you protect your child. As a mother or a father, the first thing is to protect your family. What you love is what you protect. If you keep being hurt, if you keep being hurt, if you keep being hurt, why are you not protecting yourself? What are your boundaries are? You never see a country with no boundaries, with no walls protecting its core. I mean, its coast and stuff. It always have barriers ready, just in case. And I'm not telling you to build walls. I'm telling you to have boundaries. Because the people in your life who wants to stay is gonna stay. Matter of fact, if you notice, many of us are afraid to set boundaries because we think that we're gonna kick people out and people are gonna leave. But if you really pay attention, it's hard as hell to get rid of people who wants to stay. Do you ever notice that? Have you ever tried to get rid of somebody who wanted to stay? You can get rid of them. It's hard. You worried about the wrong thing. It's hard to get rid of people who want to stay. And the people who are always ready to go is the folks who came there for temporary. And those are the ones we are trying to please. We are trying so hard. We drop our boundaries just to keep them in. Because if we put up boundaries, they're gonna leave and we're gonna feel bad. They're gonna cross our boundaries, they're gonna step all over it, and we're gonna feel bad. So let me just hold it. Let me put the boundaries down. It's not because you have a good heart while you keep getting hurt. It's because you are not enforcing your boundaries. That's why you're getting hurt. If you have truly a good heart, you'll be protected. You will be at peace because your heart brings you peace. Not people, not situations, not circumstances, but you, your heart. When you understand this, so the question, why do people who have good heart hurt the most? You hurt the most because many of you are doing things only for validation, only to please others, only for expectations, only because you want it back in return. That's not a good heart. That's actually a toxic heart. That's actually a hurt heart. Because the good heart says, when I do it, I feel better. When I give love, I feel better. When I show love, I feel better. It's not about you giving it to me, because you giving it to me makes you feel better. See, is the blessing? Have you ever heard this? The blessing is in the giving. Have you ever heard it before? The blessing is in the giving. If you have never heard that, think about it. It's when you give respect, when you give love, when you give your money, when you give your honor, is when you feel empowered. It's not when you are given. Many of you are quick to give somebody something that you are holding back from yourself. And that's why you are hurt, because you're not giving it to yourself. You expect it to come from them. Why do people with good hearts get hurt? Because you are not giving yourself what you are quickly giving to others. And therefore, it creates confusion within you. It creates your only source of that love or that peace to stop, because you're not giving it to yourself and they're not giving it to you. So what are you doing? I have a good heart, but I'm always hurt. So I'm going to stop having a good heart. It doesn't help you. You cannot, your heart don't heal by not using it. Your heart don't get stronger if you don't use it. If you're going to use your heart, have self-respect. Self-respect says, I will not allow you to disrespect me. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even allow myself to disrespect me, because my relationship with myself, just like how you don't allow people to disrespect your children or your mother. When it comes to yourself, you don't even allow yourself to speak a word of evil against yourself, because you are listening. And if you don't respect you allow everybody else, based on their emotions, based on, they're drunk, based on how they feel, you accept certain behaviors from them. Don't accept it from yourself, and you will see the boundaries that you will create. It is good to be soft, because don't make the world make you hard. It is a beautiful thing to be soft. It's a beautiful thing to be, to be vulnerable. It's a beautiful thing to just be open. But understand, this is you being it. You're not expecting it from the outside. This is who you are. See, when you live without expectations, life flows smoothly. If you live with expectations, I have a good heart, I'm always hurt. Why do you always choose people that brings you pain? You might have a good heart, but you might have bad discernment. You don't know who to choose. Maybe you don't know, maybe you do know who to choose, but a lot of us, we don't even realize this. You want to give so you can feel wanted, because you had to work for your love as a child. You had to work to get love. You had to work to get love. You have to give and do your best just to get a little bit of love back. And now you practice doing that. The ones who could love you for no reason, you don't want those things, because you don't feel valuable. You don't feel like you are doing enough. See, some people have to work for their love. When you have to work for your love, you're going to end up with people and friendships and relationships that you have to do something to get something from. Because if you are giving it, it comes too easy for you. It's a condition. It's pain. It's from suffering. I need to work extra to get this. And if you don't have to, then you don't want that person. You want the person that you have to feel. If you do it and they love you for it, then you can see the reason why they love you. See, many of you want to see the reason why people love you. Matter of fact, when you are loved, you won't find no reason, because you don't know why you are loved. And that's what love really is about. Love is not for a reason. So maybe you have a good heart because you want to be loved the way how you want to be loved. And that's the only you have expectation from those people. And you go to the ones that hurt you, because it's the ones that you are trying to fix, trying to heal. because you need that healing. I have a good heart, so I keep getting hurt. Why is your heart that is perfectly good attracting that people and that behavior from people? Why is a good heart, a good compass, a good GPS? Why is a good heart sending you to those people? Think about it. If it's good, it beats good. It attracts good. Why is it attracting those folks that makes you keep getting hurt? So maybe it's not the people. Maybe it's what you seek. See, sometimes you can't help who you attract, but you can help who you entertain. Why is your heart not sending you the right people? Because your heart is not good as you think it is. Maybe it's your mind. People with good hearts don't get who's not always hurt. You're just making an excuse because you have bad discipline. You have no boundaries. You have no self-respect. I want you to be honest with yourself. Do you have good discipline? You probably don't. I don't even allow myself to disrespect myself, to hurt myself, to put myself down. I can't. I've passed that place in my life. You should stop too. Start your good heart. You always hurt because you always hurt. You stay in the place of hurt because you don't like yourself. That's why you always hurt. Think about it. By the way, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And make sure you come back again.